Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week we're going to be going through an easy everyday back to school makeup look. I've been looking for an excuse to use this Tartelette in Bloom palette on camera for a while now, and yay! That time is now. So these here are all of the shades, and they're all very beautiful and neutral shades. Very spring appropriate. It's spring here in Australia. There are 3 of the shimmer shades, which I really like. I think they're really cute ones. And the rest of the palette is matte, which I really appreciate from a palette because you can never have too many transition shades. You really need to have a palette full of them so that people of multiple skin tones can actually have a transition in their crease. So I really enjoy wearing this kind of makeup look on a day-to-day basis, and I think you'll love it as well. You should give it a go. Serious go. Do it! So let's get to the makeups. To prime the face, we're going to be using the Maybelline Dream Smooth Primer, and we're patting that all over the face with our fingers. For foundation, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Aqua Smooth Cream Foundation in the shade Classic Ivory on my very pale friend. I'm just bouncing that into the skin using a damp beauty sponge. To conceal, I'm going to be using the Graftobian Ultra Light Cream Foundation Palette, and we're just using the middle shade, and I'm bouncing that out under the eyes with a damp beauty sponge. To set the face in place, we're just going to be using the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil in Translucent, and I'm starting with the beauty sponge and finishing it off with a couple of brushes. For the brows, we're going to be using the Visor Pro Brow Palette, and I'm just going to be using the lightest wax shade and the darkest taupe shade to fill in those brows. And to set the brows in place, we're going to be using the Maybelline Brow Drama Gel in Clear. To prime the eyes, we're going to be using the Urban Decay Original Primer Potion, and I'm just patting that over the lids with my fingers. I'm going to set that in place with the shade Flower Child, but feel free to use whichever shade is appropriate to your skin tone. I'm using Smarty Pants in the crease on my friend here, but if you're a little bit darker, obviously use a different transition shade. On the outer corner, I'm going to be using the shade Rebel, and I'm just blending that slightly up into the crease. On a packing brush, you want to take the shade Funny Girl and just pat that all over the inner third of the eyelid. Taking the shade Firecracker, we're going to pat that onto the middle of the lid and blend it out between the other 2 shades. Using the shade Rebel, I'm going to tightly pack that to the lower lash line and then blend it out using whichever transition shade you chose. Using the Tarte Clay Pot Liner in Bronze, I'm going to run a thin line along the upper lash line and just make that nice and small. We don't want to draw too much attention to it. Don't forget to clean up any fallout. For the waterline, I'm going to be running the Urban Decay 24/7 liner in the shade Muse. On the lashes, we're going to be using the Tease Cosmetics Mascara in the shade Tiger's Eye. This was one of the better products that I got in the July Lust Habit box. As usual, 2 coats on the upper lashes and 1 on the lower lashes. To add a little warmth back into the face, we're going to be using the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. And you just want to use that below the cheekbones, along the jawline, and on the forehead. For blush, we're going to be using the Too Faced Sweethearts Blush in Sparkling Bellini, and you just want to start on the apples of the cheeks and blend that up towards the hairline. For our highlight, I'm going to be using the Mera Luminizer from the Balm on the high points of the cheekbones, along the nose, on the cupid's bow, and a little on the forehead. I also use this on the inner corner of the eyes and on the brow bone because it's such an amazing and versatile product. For the lips, we're going to be using the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Tiramisu, which is a beautiful pinky nude that will suit a lot of different skin tones. And finally, to set that all in place, we're going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Fixing Mist, and you just want to wave your hands around until it's all nice and dry. And for the final schoolgirl touch, chuck your hair up into some really cute braids and voila! So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. For more in the future, subscribe, stay excellent, and we'll see you next time.